Andrea, whenever you let a spy balloon complete its mission, you're allowing the people who've decided to take that risk, in this instance the Chinese, to collect all the data and information that they Andrea, whenever you let a spy balloon complete its mission, you're allowing the people who've decided to take that risk, in this instance the Chinese, to collect all the data and information that they want. You don't even know what that is until the mission is complete. And even if you do a recovery and you look at the wreckage, you're never really going to know all of the information that they've gotten. The risk was just too high. This should not have been permitted. It should not have been able to permit, they should not have permitted it to complete its mission.
Where should they have shot it down?
Well, I mean, as you just indicated, they've had a number of opportunities, just like the ones that they've been shooting down, in Alaska over water. I mean, this was not their only shot, and it came at great risk.
Do you think that it would have been a risk to shoot it down if they hadn't confirmed with the U-2s and other surveillance that it was not just another probe or another, weather balloon or other kind of balloon? Because China's done this before. Would it have been a risk to shoot this down and create an incident until it crossed into our airspace?
Yeah, you can do the diagnostics to determine what this is. There's no question you should understand it. But at the same point, we've got to control our airspace, and what we've done is send a signal that this was permissive, and this should not be permissive. Now, they've sort of been a little trigger happy since then, and it's hard to criticize them for being trigger happy when you want them to defend the airspace. But I do think there's a little bit of them taking down things in response and reaction to criticism, rather than just really looking at what is a national security issue. Because remember, we weren't shooting things down before, so clearly this is a change.
It's a change because we also widened the aperture on our radar, but it's a change because of the political heat that they were taking.
Right. And rightly so. I mean, everyone who looks at this as an assessment of what China benefited, what did they get from this, realizes that the risk is incredibly high. What they looked at were our most sophisticated military sites, and that means that the risk is certainly damaging to us.
How dangerous is it that for a period at least, there's been no military-to-military communication in a relationship, critically important, the most important adversarial relationship we have? Even during the Cold War with the Soviet Union, we had a hotline.
Right. Well, I mean, there certainly isn't any escalatory things happening at this point. Obviously, the balloon was an escalation, entering into our airspace, sending a notoriously open spy balloon over our most sensitive military sites. I think certainly it reflects that China is going to have a reaction to this, but it's the right reaction. It should have happened sooner, but it's the right reaction. We're saying we're drawing boundary lines. You are not going to be doing this.